Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to writing. So today you have already watched the video on what are conjunctions. So with this video, we are just going to briefly do a little mini lesson so that you can see and understand why conjunctions are important to writing and to reading as well. So let's just go over the learning target for today. I can edit drafts using conjunctions. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get started with this worksheet, and then you are going to go off and continue on your own into Schoology. All right, so conjunctions are words used to connect or join similar parts of a sentence. Here is a list of conjunctions. So boys and girls, this list of conjunctions is just to help the reader understand how these sentences are connected and why they're connected, okay? So I'm just going to briefly go over the type of conjunctions that we have in this box right here. And, if, or, because, but, unless, until, since, when, while, as, after, although, before, and so. Notice that some of these words are kind of telling a certain amount of time as well, like before something happens, or after something happens, or during what is happening at that time. So just a quick little thing for you to notice. All right, conjunctions can be used to combine short, choppy sentences and, conjunction and to vary the length of the sentences. When it means to vary, it means to kind of stretch out the sentence. It is easier and more interesting to the reader when sentence length and structure vary within a paragraph. So, boys and girls, in here, this paragraph is written twice. So there's the paragraph without conjunctions and then the paragraph with conjunctions, okay? So compare the paragraphs below. Circle the conjunctions in the second paragraph. Notice how conjunctions are used, okay? So boys and girls, I'm going to read this first paragraph, not doing anything, because in the directions it says, circle the conjunctions in the second paragraph. Following directions. Directions are there for a reason. Okay, here we go. The farmer's friend had tattered pants. The farmer's friend had a plaid shirt. He wore a floppy hat. He had a hay-stuffed body. Birds of all shapes and sizes circled his garden guy. The birds didn't land. I wondered if they were afraid. I wondered if they didn't like corn. He waved his arms at them. They flew away. I am not afraid of this hay-stuffed dude. All right. So with that being said, now we're going to read this second paragraph, and we have our list of conjunctions up here to help us figure out how conjunctions make this paragraph better. Here we go. The farmer's friend had tattered pants and a plaid shirt. Combining sentences together because up here it was kind of short and choppy. Atop his hat sat a floppy hat and his body was filled with hay. Making sure. All right. Birds of all shapes and sizes circled this garden guy. But they didn't land in the field. I wondered if they were afraid or if they didn't like corn, one or the other. When he waved his arms at the birds, they flew away. Because I am not a bird. I am not afraid of this hay-stuffed dude. Okay. Now notice there wasn't a whole lot of conjunctions that needed to be added, but if you were to listen very carefully, that when I read the second paragraph, there was a lot of less pausing and it was less choppy. So it just kind of helped the flow of the sentences blend well together, okay? Because right here, notice how a conjunction such as and simply joins things. A conjunction such as but shows a contrast or a contradiction, meaning like, a hesitation, more of like, slow down, hang on, there's something else that added to the mix. And then a conjunction such as or shows a choice or an option, one or the other. That's what or is used for, boys and girls. So now we're going to reflect on what you just watched. What do you think the author was describing? List the word reference that the author used in the description. So, boys and girls, what did this farmer make? What did he make? What do you think? What clues tell us that? Well, a clue that gave it to me was tattered pants and plaid shirt. So list the word reference. So I'm going to say tattered pants. And I'm copying directly from the reading because it's already spelled correctly. Tattered pants and a plaid shirt. His body was filled with hay, so that's another one. Body filled with hay, comma. Birds didn't land, so birds did not land where he was. So these clues tell me that the farmer made a scarecrow, because scarecrows are made to keep birds away from the crops, using my inferencing skills and background knowledge. So I'm going to say these clues tell me that we are talking about a scarecrow. And scarecrow is one word, boys and girls. Oh, and always end with a period. Okay, so boys and girls, this is just an introductory video to kind of show you how important conjunctions are when it comes to writing, and how when we are reading sentences, that conjunctions kind of help the flow of the sentence and stretch them out in the appropriate manner. So now what you're going to be doing, boys and girls, in Schoology is you're going to complete a conjunction worksheet on your own, and then you're going to go back to your writing that we've been working on for a couple of weeks now about a time that you struggled, looking back and seeing if you already included some conjunctions or if you need to add any extra to kind of help the flow of your sentences of the story. So it has been great teaching you today, and I will talk to you next time. Farewell.